Welcome back to Improvision Entertainment. My name is Hunterman.
My name is Malkatat.
And this is Euro Truck Simulator 2. We are about to go...
You did the abridged version.
Who did the abridged version?
Talk a little more that time. You did.
I don't even know. I don't even know what I'm doing anymore. All right, so we are taking a pressure tank from Graz, Austria, to Ancona, Italy. I don't know Ancona, Italy, but it's what we're doing. We just hooked up the trailer. We're about half rested because now that we have our own truck, we have to start worrying about our rest and gasoline because that is not supplied by our employer. Because I am the employer. I love it when I look down at the minimap, and the minimap is like, yeah, go all the way off the screen to the right, then come all the way back from off the screen to the left. Look at my minimap. Look at my minimap right now. What the? Just Herbitor. Still looking for a game to play, Alex? Have you considered Eternal Darkness Sanity's Requiem? I recommend on a CRT.
Oh, yeah.
And then turn right.
The,
Do that.
At this point, easily my top 5 best horror games of all time, like favorite horror games of all time. I don't really know that I get to include Five Nights at Freddy's. There's a special place in my heart for that series, but, like, I don't know if I feel horrified by them. Does that make any sense?
They spook you. They're supposed to make you jump.
I mean, yeah, but okay. I think we can agree jump scares are not real scares, then. I mean,
I know. I agree. They just startle you.
Not to say that there isn't some creepy lore in there, but like, I don't know. I don't think of them as horror games. I think of them as stress management games.
Mm-hmm.
I need to get into this left lane sooner than you might think. I don't know what the laws in Europe are for changing lanes mid-intersection, but I'm not gonna avoid doing it anyway. In America, you are not supposed to change lanes in the intersection. Not that I haven't seen people do it and or been forced to do it myself, but you know. You're also not supposed to block intersections, but that's a real deal here in the South at least. It's like, I'm sorry, but if you can't clear the intersection on the other side, you have to stop and wait. Don't go across. Don't be a dick. If we just had a couple of cops sit on this one, like, intersection... Oh, no, what's this? Okay, you're having me take a left-hand turn onto the highway with lots of traffic. Okay. Quick before this traffic arrives. Don't hit me, it'll be my fault. Somehow. Jerk hackers. So you're playing a D&D game, Mal?
Yeah, I'm playing
like a computer game or a play-by-post or what?
In the chat on Discord, not voice, just typed.
You're playing a D&D game in text chat on the Discord?
Yeah.
Improvision Discord?
No, on a different server.
Oh, okay. You were like the Discord. I'm like, which Discord? Okay, all right. So you're doing like line play-by-post or something? What are you playing?
It's a Westmart server.
I don't know what that means.
Whenever you can get a game, whenever people get together. It's a little instance-based nonsense stuff.
Okay, but what is like your race class combination? Like, what are you playing?
Oh, this character is actually my
Oh, and
most
actually, I guess
favorite.
which edition of D&D? I guess I should probably ask also.
It's fifth. It's fifth.
Fifth? Okay.
This specific character is my most basic bitch character I've got. He's a crown paladin, and he's human. There's not much to say about him. He's got a lot of interesting things about him, but it's just like, I guess I'll make a crown paladin with these stats. And all my other characters are like artificer, rogue, goblin, and fucking.
Hey man, I hear you. I played a centaur last time. That was a good experience.
Spore druid, moth folk, and cool stuff like that. But this was like human paladin.
You're like mayo on white bread. That is what I will play.
I made Marcus pretty interesting though. A lot of people think he's super interesting, but I'm like, this is a guy. He's got a lot of interesting story, but he doesn't have what I normally play, which are strange monster creatures or people. Every so often.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of human beings. Yeah, let's be perfectly honest. Not a big fan.
Like a lot of people, everyone I play with him, they're like, oh, I love Marcus, play him more. I'm like, no, wait a minute, I don't want to play him. Why is he level 13 now? I haven't played, no. He's level 12 right now, but he'll be level 13 after this encounter. He just downed the Death Knight.
Do you have the free time to have like another game by any chance, Mel? Because I have a game you might be interested in.
I have been actually stretching myself pretty thin lately. What kind of game are you talking about?
Sounds like no then, but we're playing Game of Lancer every Saturday.
What's Lancer?
Lancer
Saturdays.
is...
No, Saturdays are bad for me, sorry. But tell me what it is.
Okay, Lancer is a mostly tactical-based combat RPG game that is you're basically playing as a pilot in control of a giant mecha. Pick your favorite mecha type, of course.
Oh,
because...
you've talked to me about this. I remember now. Yeah, I said that sounded like a hell of a lot of fun last time you mentioned it.
Well, then, I'll keep trying to mention it every couple of weeks in case you actually have, like, your timetable gets freed up.
Yeah, Saturdays.
Oh, hey, new cities for me to mispronunciate. Let's see what we got. Mispronunciate. There we go.
Mispronunciate the word of this one.
Klagenfurt. Klagenfurt's a good one. I am not certain if that is... Klagenfurt. Klagenfurt. Yep, I think that's right. And is Italian a city, or is that telling me that I'm approaching Italy? I'm not certain if that is like a city name. Italian.
Italiano.
With an IEN. With an IEN. Italian.
Italian? Italian? Yeah. It sounds more French. Where are you?
It's a good question. I don't know my countries, but I believe I'm in Austria, and I am on my way to Akana, Italy. Oh, I do need to plan to sleep at some point, though. Hold on, let me see where I got.
I'm on my way to Italy, and they've got a thing that doesn't end in a vowel. I hate that. It's like, what? Where?
Octavius Helen Republic? Hold on, wait. I don't know how to say your name. How come you don't use any mods? Because I just started playing the game and I'm going for the achievements. I am playing the game legit. In fact, the one mod I would most install, Octavius, that I don't have access to, or that I don't see exists, is a mod to make the AI less stupid on the road. That would be my number one want for a mod. But I just picked up this game like 3 days ago, so I'm actually at this point just playing basically, not vanilla. I'm playing with all the DLC, but or all the content DLC that isn't like paint packs, and I am basically traveling to I'm constantly making a point to travel to places I haven't been before, and I don't even have my first employee yet. I just got my truck this morning, like my actual ownership truck. So, Iberia DLC will be available in a few days. Yep, I've heard that. And that'll add, I think, Spain and Portugal. And then I kind of expect, what is it? Wyoming. I think it's Wyoming comes out by the end of the year for American Truck Simulator, which is part of the reason I'm playing this game is because I've been playing American Truck Simulator for like the past month. And I was like, you know what? Let me go learn things about Europe because I had a good time and the game went back on sale. So I was like, let me pick it up for $5. I mean, let me pick it up with Turkey. I mean, oh no, Prince of Persia Sands of Time Remake got refunded to my account because the pre-order got canceled because we don't know when that game's coming out. And now I have $40, so let me just finish picking up all the DLC for both games. And now I'm doing all that. So that's where I am right now. But yeah, so Lancer is you're playing as a pilot, and you have your own specific abilities that you can invoke for like basically the downtime actions are a lot more how to say freeform a little bit. There are certain like you got some dice rolls going on, and you can still have and we still have some really awesome interactions, but the actual combat plays out a lot more like I don't know, let's say front mission. Let's say it plays out like front mission, and that's pretty enjoyable. You can really start getting the pieces. You can't super build your mech piecemeal like you can in Mechton, but basically you get licenses, and those licenses give you licenses towards certain builds and certain weapon or gear unlocks, and then based on what licenses you pick, every 3 licenses by a particular mech building company, you get like a core bonus that you can pick from a list, and basically all the different permutations allow you to like slot in, I'm taking this from this company, I'm taking this from that company, I'm taking this from this license, and I'm making my own unique mech out of it. And it's actually pretty well balanced and really cool. I'm having a good time. Followed by silence.
You are enjoying it.
I am enjoying it.
Go straight on.
Salzburg and Innsbruck is over here to the right. I see a very lumpy mountain here on the left side. It's very nice. It's very pretty. Welcome to everybody who might just be watching and having a good time. I hope that you are having a good time. I hope that you and your loved ones are safe. I used to say family, but then I was like, not everybody likes their family. So your loved ones. Who do you actually care about? I hope they're safe, very specifically. Oh, this is a nice view. Whoops. Let's just swerve over into the other lane, Hunterman. It'll be great. Let's prevent this little white car from still going past you. That is a nice lake and stuff too. Okay, I believe I'm about to leave this country. I'm gonna have to slow down. I think a lot of those trees in the distance are kind of like some of the audience in the early NFL Blitz games. I'm not certain they're anything but like paper stands. Oh good, another tunnel. Haven't had one of those in a while. Are you focusing on a post right now, Mal?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I don't want to have you like hanging around if I'm like distracting you, or rather, I don't want to be hanging around you, distracting you if you're trying to do something else. Is kind of the thing. But also, if you're there, I want to talk to you if you're there. Wait, it's up to 80 again? Okay, it's up to 80 again. You change the speed limit a lot more in Europe than you do in America, though. There's that, too. Like, a lot more. Octavius, if you're still there, what brings you to stream? Just looking around for small-time streamers who are playing the game? I like talking to the audience, too, not just Mal on chat. I don't always have somebody here verbally to talk to, so I always try and be able to interact with whoever shows up.
There, I did my post.
You did a very paladin thing. I don't know. There are Snickers involved. I'm just.
The thing about Marcus is that makes him interesting, I believe, to people, is he depicts himself as just an old soldier that's been through many campaigns. His armor is dingy. He looks rather beat up. He's covered in scars. His auras are more like commands and a breadth of experience. He's like, don't be afraid. I'm here. As long as you do this, you won't fall to Y. If he uses bless or any spell like a protection from poison or aid, it's like he hands someone Blackroot, tries to make himself seem mundane. But fighting something as powerful as a Death Knight, it forces him to use 3rd level spell slots to smite, so he can't hide his divinity when he has to do this. So people are like, "Oh shit, you're actually a paladin," and he's just like, "Just some expertise. Don't pay it any mind." He doesn't want to be like, "Oh, you're a noble paladin." It's like, I'm just a man. I'm chosen by nothing. When
Just a man chosen by nothing? What?
Yeah, I'm a man, I'm chosen by nothing. I just have lived a long time and fought in many wars. But Torm has blessed him with his power and believes in him and his judgment. So when he needs it most, the big smites come out and just annihilates people.
Okay, there's a rest area up ahead. I think we're going to hit it.
Drive safe.
And even when he does some of the lesser stuff, he plays it off that it's his horse, Alexander, who's a celestial and can speak to him telepathically, is lending him radiance to do certain things. Like, Alexander's actually a unicorn. He just hasn't, a celestial unicorn, he just hasn't come all the way through the veil, and sometimes he lets me do things like that. And people don't buy it, but they're like, okay. Until he like really shows off and obliterates an enemy in a single round.
You can just... So you've got like a unicorn like familiar, or...
No, it's Feinsteed. They come through as an intelligent celestial being that you can summon, unsummon at will, basically.
Oh, that... What the... Hi, Italy, with road signs that have like black plastic bags over the city names, like in America. That's the first time I've seen that.
That's great.
That's a very... Yeah, we don't talk about this place anymore. Here it comes up. Go. Okay, what's going on? Hold on. Why are you stopped? Why are you stopped in the middle of the road? I didn't get to try and read that sign. I was... Thanks, event. That's a real thing that just happened. Okay, here comes up one. It's like, there's like blacked out on this. There's just like go straight, but also road sign. Where's to my right?
That's
Venezia? Venezia? Perhaps? Maybe? Possibly?
I've been to Italy. I know how to speak Italian.
Right.
You've been to Italy and you know how to speak Italian?
Yes.
Oh. I've the only country I've been to besides America is Canada.
I spent about a year there learning how to be a chef.
Oh, that's cool. I didn't know you were a chef. I like cooking.
I did like cooking. I still kind of like it. But things happened which changed my profession. It upsets me because I'm very good at it, at the cooking and the leading a kitchen.
Keep right, and then exit right.
Just frustrations. So every time it's like, oh, come on, Henry, cook something. I'm like, I don't want to. Really took the wind out of my sails when I stopped doing it because I was planning on going all the way with it.
I mean, that sucks. Is it too troublesome to say what happened? Like, is it too hurtful to bring up that wound?
Basically, I started doing, like, I was doing really well. I worked on a cruise ship around Hawaii. I was in the Italian galley. I was making all this money. And so we came back here to Kentucky and stuff, and there's lots of restaurants and stuff. So I start helping open up some restaurants.
Oh
I
shit.
start, I'm like, I'm like getting into sous chef roles and looking at all sorts of things that I wanted to do. And suddenly, the restaurant I'm majorly in starts cutting back hours and ignoring the fact that I'm basically the sous chef there. And it's really frustrating because suddenly 2 weeks of a paycheck I can make in one day when I'm doing a single gig on stage stuff. And that was bothering me, that I was there almost every day and they cut my hours and they pushed me into this little spot where I couldn't my time was being wasted. Where I could go for one day and do something I really enjoyed and make the same amount of money. So I'm like, that's it. I can't do this anymore, not in Kentucky.
Have you thought about going someplace where else, like, you might be able to be fulfilled doing it again?
No, my wife has basically her dream job here now.
Ah.
So, unless I absolutely needed to, I'm staying in this profession. And I like theater a lot. Always liked theater.
Are you playing anything I would have heard of?
Actually, this upcoming gig I'm doing in the Mega Caverns, I'm going to be setting up a dinosaur exhibit so people can drive through it.
Oh.
That's the first gig I've had in over a year, by the way. The entertainment industry shut down, as you know.
I mean, yeah. There was a lot of things that needed to shut down, and most of them didn't.
But we shut down fast.
Yeah, I'm gonna find out tomorrow if the Chinese food place I like here in Columbia actually still exists or not. I honestly have no idea. I haven't been. We used to go like once a month, and I don't go out at all, pretty much, except for like shopping and taking roommate to and from work now, or used to until last week. But you know, if I'm gonna be moving away from Columbia, it's one of the really good things that happens here is that Chinese food place is rock solid, really good buffet, and I'm gonna miss it. That was kind of an expensive toll. 44 euros? I do miss the was paid by your employer, but, you know, I am the employer, so. This is a very busy highway for night, though. Kind of sorry I'm not going to see parts of Italy now, because it's so dark.
Yeah. Ooh, Italy's gorgeous.
I mean, Europe overall seems a lot more gorgeous than Western America, which is all that ATS is at the moment. Excluding Washington is very green. Like, Washington is very green.
You gotta get East Coast to see a lot of the nice places.
Oh, yeah. Appalachia!
Not to say there isn't a lot of nice places on the way to the East Coast, but good God.
I mean, because there's not, right? Like, there's the desert.
There's the Grand Canyon.
I mean, you're not right, but would you say the Grand Canyon is beautiful or awe-inspiring? I would say it is awe-inspiring. I wouldn't say it's beautiful.
I'd say both. Have you seen the colors?
I have not. The furthest
Well,
west I've
Jack.
been is Kentucky or Tennessee. That's the furthest west I've been. I don't actually know which one of those is more west. I've been in both of those.
Once in your life, go.
Man, I'd like to do a lot of stuff once in my life, but contrary to all of the technology and money that I am currently surrounded with as far as products go, I'm actually very, very poor. Very, very poor.
Niagara Falls is also amazing.
think I've been to Niagara Falls, but I think I was too young to remember it. I know that it's losing like 1.5 feet every year or something. Eroding.
Eroding. Frickin' Jim Carrey.
Wait, that's not rain.
Wait, that's not rain. Ugh.
Alright, what do we got here? We got Fair Verona, and Bologna, and Venezia is still up ahead. I think I want to get out of this lane, though, because I think this lane is turning. I could be wrong about that. I forgot about my favorite product that I would love to mod into this game to just be able to ship. If you've ever seen the Madness Flash animations, one if you haven't, they're really good. And they are available as high-definition recordings on Crinkle's YouTube page. But there's a vending machine in there that's just marked delicious vendables, and I'm like, that is my favorite. I want to have some delicious vendables. It's good naming. Delicious vendables. I don't actually know if I'm not supposed to go through this line because I'm a truck, but we're about to find out. It's got a marker on it, so it should be fine. Just give me another excuse to travel back through Italy later. This says I've got about 5 hours left in character time. 335 kilometers. So that's...
And then exit right.
What is 335 kilometers? Oh no. I need to be very over.
Exit
My
right.
mirrors are clear though, so I should be okay. Trying to think of topics, Mal. We go back to talking about how bad the Alien movies are overall. At least half of them. At least half of them. It's better than Predator, right? What, 80% of the Predator movies are bad? So, you know, half is not that bad.
The first Predator is so good. The second Predator is pretty good too.
Yeah, I think the first and second Predators are pretty good, but then you've got, you know, the two AVP movies, and then you've got Predators and The Predator, and I feel like I'm missing one.
Oh, they're so bad. Those aren't Predator movies. Why are they there? Why do they exist? How did you ruin that formula? It was so easy.
Oh, I recommend you look up the episode of What Happened. Matt McMuscles just recently did an episode on, I believe it was Predators? Yeah, Predators. Well, wait, was it Predators or The Predator? I think it was Predators. I can't remember which one of those movies is which.
It was terrible anyway.
I mean, yeah.
Watched them all. Bad. They make me upset.
Hey man, you know, I didn't have any expectations for those movies. Like, I thought, like, but the way like Alien Covenant guts the entire Alien franchise by existing, by the bullshit that they do in the story of that one, like, that just pisses me off. You didn't have to do that. Nobody asked you to do that, and everything surrounding everything else in that series is actively now worse, is hurt by that movie existing.
Which one?
Covenant.
Right, Covenant. Yeah, I was not pleased with Covenant.
Bologna and Ferrara. Ferrara is up here on the right.
then there's the Colonial Marines game. Good fucking god.
Yeah, and that
it was-
game sucks, especially because it made people want to not try Alien Isolation, which came out right after it, even though it was in production since before. But Alien Isolation is so good. It's so good.
Colonial Marines was so bad.
And there's another one coming out, right?
Why?
Or not another Alien Colonial Marines specifically, but
Oh, okay.
I think it's basically like it's a fire team like multiplayer game where you and a bunch of people try and survive against pressing. It's gonna be, think of like Aliens the movie combined with the way Left 4 Dead plays, as far as like there's gonna be like a director and they're gonna make things more difficult or more easy depending on how well or bad you and your group are doing trying to survive through what you're dealing with. I mean, sounds interesting on paper, but at the same time, it's in the Alien franchise, so fucking flip a coin. Who knows? Milano Firenze and Ancona. Oh, that's where I'm going. That was a caution warning sign over the highway, and I don't know what it said. It was not in English. I didn't hear what Sky said. I think she said go right. I hope so. Because I'm going right. So I hope that's what she said. Sky is the voice. Of my GPS. This is a much more American intersection, except for the part where there's a very short shoulder and lots of guardrails. At some point, guardrails become unsafe if you just make it so that when somebody has a crash, they stay in the road. That's my opinion. It's part of the reason I don't like that. Not that it makes me feel kind of like unsafe, claustrophobic that I'm surrounded by guardrails, but also because I'm pretty sure I'm actually less safe if I get in a wreck when the guardrails are that close to the side of the road.
Such tight driveways.
Well, I mean, tight driveways. There was one vehicle, or there was one destination I had to go to that required me to take a off of 2-lane road right angle turn into a bricked up like alcove that was like literally 6 inches wider than the truck for me to drive what I was driving through it. And I was like, what the hell? Whose idea was this? Why is this my drop-off point? Somebody needs to knock out this brick wall. Wait, hold on. I want to be in the... Yoink? I guess I want to be on the left lane? I thought I was going through a toll area, but apparently I'm not. Apparently I'm not. It's almost time for sunup. Let's see here. My destination is roughly 3 hours away. I got 7 hours until I sleep. Okay, so the sun will be coming up as I'm driving. So we'll get to start seeing parts of Italy. In fact, I must be driving west because I think the sun is coming up in my rearview mirrors. Landon Moo says hello. Hello, Landon. How are you doing? What was that? You going for the Mrs. Doubtfire?
Hello! Yeah, I can do that a little bit.
Yeah, okay. What's up? How are you doing this evening, morning? I don't know where in the world you are. Oh, you're doing good. Okay. I hope you and your loved ones are well. We are just currently traveling south through Italy. I've got Mal on the line here. We're having convo, as I am a convo. Actually, I'm not a convo. There's no other trucks with me right now. This is not multiplayer. I guess I'll get over to the right. what brings you to this chat at this time? Looking for a low viewership streamer playing a game you like so that you can talk with them? Because I am all for talking with people if that's what you're here for. Oh, power lines. You know, I always feel weird when somebody, to the what the person said earlier in the chat, where they were like, "Oh, just turn off fatigue." When somebody's like, "Turn off fatigue," or I think you can turn off like the gasoline and stuff like that.
I kind of want to be like,
You can turn off like all the traffic. I'm like, if you turn off all the traffic, why are you playing the game? Yeah, and to relax. Oh, that's cool. Well, I mean, you know, if it's if chatting in the chat is not relaxing to you, then that's cool. You can do exclamation point lurk just to let me know that you are there and you're watching. You're not really interacting. You don't have to do that either. I'm just pointing it out as an option. But otherwise, it's cool to have you, and I hope that you have an enjoyable time. Mal and I haven't had as many hit points as far as convo stuff goes, but it's just because I'm not. We were talking about the Alien movies. That's what we were doing, and Predator, and by some extension, I guess Terminator, because those all versus each other at some point. At least in the comic books.
Terminator and Terminator 2 are some of my favorite movies, especially Terminator 2.
I'll be honest. I also like Genesis.
Which one is that one?
Oh, and Dark Fate was pretty good, actually. Dark Fate was pretty good. Dark Fate was the last one that undoes portions of the special edition of Terminator 2, which is unfortunate. And Genesis is the one that kind of redoes everything from the beginning, which I liked. I could see it's one of those things. I'm watching Genesis, going, a lot of people are not going to like this movie, but I liked it. I kind of feel the same way about Alien Resurrection. Like, I was like,
the newest one?
No, Dark Fate. Dark Fate is the newest one.
I must have missed one.
Well, I don't know exactly. Well, actually, I have an Apple device. I can look up and see where you can find it really quick. You know, besides just procuring it on the internet, but that's not what I'm talking about. Terminator. I'm looking for... Yeah, fuck Salvation. Terminator Genesis.
You didn't like Salvation?
I would have liked Salvation more if they continued it.
I think I agree with you.
Like, if it hadn't just ended there... Like, what's the point of the Sarah Connor Chronicles when we're like, why do we keep acting like shit in Terminator doesn't happen after 2? Move on with your lives. Some sequels aren't good. You can keep going forward to the series. You don't have to reboot. And alternatively, your series is based with fucking time travel. If you really need to undo some shit, do what Genesis did and fucking undo some shit because you do time travel. That's one of the things I like about Genesis. Okay, so let me give.
I wanted to see more of Salvation. Felt like that would have been good.
Yeah, the way that ended was, I thought, an interesting way to take the series going forward from the premise of we did it, we succeeded. Terminators 1, 2, 3, and by extension Salvation, which would have been 4, all happened. So, like, let's go forward from here. Like, forward progression-wise, that's okay. I have no problem with, like, jumping back in time and using it still as a forward progression thing for other stories. So, I mean, you can always reserve that for later. But, let me give you the basic premise of Genesis, okay? At some point...
I've seen it. This is with the old Arnold, right?
Yeah, well, I mean, yes, but also Dark Fate. Dark Fate also had old Arnold. A different old Arnold.
I must not have seen Dark Fate. I know I've seen Genesis.
How far are you from your destination? My little indicator down there in the bottom right says that I am approximately 36 kilometers from my destination, which in American math should be About 15 miles? Though I actually have no idea where you're from, so I don't know. Oh, I'm answering Lando in the chat, by the way. I'm to the point where I'm getting off. This is the city. This is the city in which it is, Akona. So I'm at the city that is the destination. I just do not see it on the destination map just yet. You're in Australia? Oh, that's cool.
Take the second.
Man, I get so many people watching my stream from other countries. Like half of everybody who watches is from another country.
Exit now.
I think you're not my first viewer from Australia, but it's cool to have you from Australia. I'm having a weird week because of insomnia combined with moving and stuff. So, and also possibly visiting the family next weekend. So, I've turned off my normal stream times, and I'm just streaming whenever I'm up. And I felt like playing more of this game, so here we are. But yeah, okay. So,
Turn right.
okay. So Genesis is the Terminator that is. Where basically they go back in time and they prevent the canonical events of Terminator 1 from happening in the course of the movie. Did you see that movie?
Yeah.
Okay, because Dark Fate is the one that basically alternate endings Terminator 2, and my main problem with the way they did it is that the premise of one of the characters in Dark Fate
Get ready. To turn
basically
right.
negates some of the understood logic of how it works and how things work in Terminator 2, but if you go back and look at Terminator 2, it negates the director's cut. So now things are even more confusing because I always felt like director's cut, more fleshed out the events of Terminator 2, and that's the version of the movie I watch. But the way Dark Fate plays out, it basically ignores certain aspects of those descriptions. Oh, yes, Lando. Thank you for the follow. Sorry, I was zoned out talking for a second there. It's most appreciated. Please, I'd link it to you right now, but I can link it to you in a second. Consider voting in my poll, which is on the About page, for what games I'm going to be playing next month. Since it is almost next month and that poll is almost closed, you can help me determine what games I will be playing on stream. I am tending to play American Truck and Euro Truck Simulators. And, I'm officially in Anaconda, even though I've been here for a few minutes, so thanks for that game. Imperator, one of however many, so that means that I have one city traveled to in Italy, I believe is what that achievement is for. Yeah, so I don't know if you so you think maybe you missed Dark Fate? That's the one with
Left.
Sand
And then
was it
turn
Sandra
left.
Bullock? Yeah. No. Wait, hold on. I think I'm getting people mixed up.
Turn left.
The woman who actually plays Sarah Connor in the first two movies, she's playing Sarah Connor in that movie.
No, I've definitely seen Dark Fate as well.
You just don't remember the event. Well, okay. If you don't remember Genesis, then it would be hard to
Well-
dislike it.
Hold on. Dark Fate was a really long. There was a really long chase scene that felt really good.
I mean, I think so.
Here we are.
I'm pretty sure I liked Dark Fate a lot.
I like Dark Fate. I'm sorry that a lot of other people didn't like Dark Fate, but All right, what do we got? What's the complicated part? Yeah, let's go for the complicated part. We're doing it. I believe in myself. I get those extra 90 experience points. Okay, it should be over. Oh no, is it just past a notch? No, okay, we're good. Oh, actually, there's lots of room to do this. How was the drive? The drive was pretty good. I'm kind of sorry that I drove a portion of it at night because I haven't been to Italy yet. So I didn't get to see parts of Italy, and now it's morning. Now I'm seeing as the dock. That is quite the parking you're asking me to do.
Oh, I saw Dark Fate. I mean, I saw Genesis. Oh, I did not like this movie.
Okay. That's that. And like I said, I understand. I watched it and I was like, a lot of people are not going to like that movie. But the only thing I didn't like was the very some of the stuff that happens right at the tail end of the movie. But otherwise, I liked its premise and I thought it executed on it pretty well, in my personal opinion. But I watched it thinking a lot of people are not going to like this movie. I actively thought that while watching it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm looking at it going, oh, this movie. I remember watching this. I feel like I blocked it out because I just didn't like it.
Hey, first try on the park. Captain One of Two.
This is the one where frickin' they take frickin' Arnold with Mr. Universe when he was Mr. Universe and just like put him in there as a model, CG model to fight, right?
No, he's actually in that movie. No, you're thinking that happens in Salvation.
No, that happens in Genesis as well. They fight naked.
No, Arnold is Arnold in Arnold in Genesis. You don't fight a younger version of. All right, so
like he's in Salvation too, but he's also in Genesis. They put a young Arnold in it.
No, they don't. He's always an old Arnold in Genesis. Okay, in any event, we're doing the outro. This has been a Euro Truck Simulator 2, presented by Improvision Entertainment. I've been Hunter Munn.
I'm Malcolm Platt.
And we will see you in the future.